It don't stop and it won't stop. You cannot have no limit to your motivation. And it takes more than discipline. You have to have a vision and you have to think about what you can do. And you have to look around the world that you live in and see all of the things happening and ask yourself, how can I fit into this great environment, this great modern technological advance world that I live in, and then start taking the steps, start eating right, start listening to music that encourages you, start listening to people that encourage you, start reading books that encourage you, that motivate you, and then apply that knowledge in your personal life. Take the necessary steps to make your life better. 10 times a day stands for at least 10 times a day, at least 10 times a day. We should all be making improvements. Take that trash out, cut that grass, wash that car, get the oil change in that car, paint the trim on that house, go by the senior citizen facility and show them that you have not forgot about them. Give an encouraging word to your fellow man and woman at least 10 times a day. Take that change and invest it. Don't spend it on that money on something unnecessary. Don't never take nothing for granted. Every nickel and dime you get should be going towards the betterment of your finances, even if it ain't nothing but making a deposit into your bank. Save some money, invest some money. At least 10 times a day, we should be doing something that improves our life psychologically, financially, spiritually, morally, mentally, and especially in our relationship. 10 times a day, reminding y'all to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the notification button, leave a comment, and don't forget on May 31st, Saturday, 2025, at the Aquarium Restaurant on the Kima Boardwalk. Hey! The food is free. The celebration is free. We got it paid for up to 150 people. The last one we had, only 28 people showed up. So we're on social media now, so hopefully we can get everybody out. I don't know who doesn't want to go to a nice restaurant that's paid for where ain't nobody trying to sell you nothing. The name of the event is You Deserve a Break Celebration. There's no dress code. You're on the Kima Boardwalk. People wear sandals, shorts, t-shirts. It's the boardwalk. You have the beach. You have water. You have an amusement park. You have roller coasters outside. You have a whole environment of hotels and shopping centers, and everything you want to do is at the Kima Boardwalk. And one of the nicest restaurants on the Kima Boardwalk is the Aquarium Restaurant, where you got the indoor fish aquarium, in the air conditioned, relaxed environment. We work too hard in this thing we call life to not be able to smell the flowers sometimes, to be able to smile and exhale sometimes. Some of us are working 100 hours a week, and I've ran into a lot of people that wanted to retire and died before they could retire. Some of them never had a chance to really live, nobody, not too many people that work for other people, working class people, we very seldom get a chance to exhale. I'm not gonna lie, and I hope my friends who see this video don't get offended. I don't know when some of us have had 8 hours of sleep. I'm talking about 15, 20 years. Ain't had 8 hours of sleep, never get a break. And we have to pray for the men, because men are told you're not supposed to cry. Men are walking around like robots, like ATM machines and stuff. Like, we don't have feelings, like we don't deserve to be loved or appreciated. Yeah, the men really need a lot of help. And I know I pray for the women too, because, I don't know who's doing this, but the people, they have tried to teach some people that A woman is basically a man, and they're teaching these women, not to. It don't. Being a mother is not important. Being a wife is not important. Working as a team is not important. Just do you. Be independent. Be liberated. Be free. Don't answer. Don't be accountable to yourself or nobody else. Just do what you want to do. Be free, and to hell with everybody else. And that's not a good way for society to last. It starts with the family. 10 times a day. I'm not going to give up. And thank God for people like y'all that tune in and watch the videos, and for all of y'all that participate on the little skits and stuff we do. We love y'all. And my coworkers that help me do the videos, we just want to say thank you. We know everybody is busy. And I just want to thank y'all. And sometimes when we plan on doing something and you can't make it, I don't be mad at nobody, because I understand the world we live in. Like I say, some of us ain't had 8 hours sleep in years, and we got to stop being so hard on each other at our jobs. Yes, sometimes people got a bad attitude. They ain't slept, probably had 4 hours sleep in a month. And they're out there trying to make that money, especially the men, and nowadays the women, because we feel like, we're not worth nothing unless we're giving somebody some money. So, and to get money, you're going to have to work to get it. Nobody's going to give you nothing. Don't nobody care about your feet hurting or your back hurting. It's a cold world we live in. When they say the word humanity, I don't know. I don't know if that word is not being embraced. It's not being practiced. What is so funny about peace, love, and understanding? What is so funny about feeding the homeless, helping the needy? What is so funny about building shelter for your fellow man who might not be able to afford it? Everybody is not born healthy. And that's why we should never take our health and strength for granted. When they say health is wealth, I really believe it. There's so many people I see over the years that beg for change. Some of them got one leg, one arm. I don't know if they lost it in the war. I don't know if they was born that way. But how can you not empathize with somebody as hard as life is with your health and strength, and you looking at somebody that wish they had both their legs, both their arms, that wish they had a functioning brain? Nobody wants to be to suffer like that. And wouldn't it be nice if somebody says, I feel your pain. Here, this money is for you. Here, this house is for you. Here, this automated wheelchair is for you. Hey, here's somebody I'm going to introduce you to that can help you and join with you and unite with you in your struggle for life. Everybody needs help. What goes around comes around. So let's help each other. Let's be the shelter for the financial emergency that most of us is. You got billionaires that can't sleep at night because they're so concerned about their profits going up and down. They're more stressed out than we is. They're so scared that they're going to lose the money that they have invested. It's more people out there stressed out that got more money than we do than we are. And there's people out there, some of them got more money than we do, that wish they had their health and strength. So yeah, it's an emergency that we start acting like it's an emergency. Stop saying I'll do it tomorrow. Didn't the pandemic wake you up? You can't take your time for granted. Make every opportunity that you can to unite with your brothers and sisters that you see every day, that you work with every day, that we take each other for granted. We look at each other as just a number, just another face. We don't put no value in each other, no respect or appreciation for our fellow man. You never know who might have the next idea. Everybody at your job don't tell you everything they're doing. They might be working on the next technology that might make billions. Just like I wish somebody would have taught me about the cell phone when it first came out. And I'd have had $2,000 or $3,000 when the cell phones first came out in the late '70s or whenever, when them big brick cell phones came out. I'd have been a billionaire by now. Communicate with your loved ones. You have some knowledge that the next person might not have. And that other person that you work with, that you get along with, that you laugh with every day, y'all talk to each other before and after work. Y'all have a natural respect for each other like most human beings should. It's natural. Why do you think there's so many people in the world? We're meant to work with each other. We're meant to make life easy for each other. We're the main key to heaven on earth. Having a friend or loved one who encourages you, who's there for you when times get rough, who understands there's some things you can't put a price on. This is the shelter for the emergency. Human beings with a common goal who already work together, who are in the same environment together, who have many of the same life experiences, who work 9 to 5s, who work for other people, who don't own their own business, who don't have billions of dollars already. Why not work together like the rich people do and build something for yourself? Go through the bank. It is really, to me, it shouldn't be so hard to take whatever leftover change you got and save it and let it stack up for an intelligent investment idea from a reliable source, from somebody who you trust. Do the research, or you do the research yourself and find somebody that you trust, that you can believe, and make sure the investment idea is something that you feel good about. We're not asking for $1 million investment to build a rocket ship. We're just saying, let's put our nickels and dimes together and find us maybe a foreclosed house and fix it up and sell it and make the profit. Make a couple of grand. Take one step at a time. Do the research or do the inspection on the house. Make sure there ain't no broken pipes under the ground. Make sure it ain't already been bought by somebody else and somebody else is trying to sell it and forward somebody's name. And all that, do your research. We all know the world we live in. I'm talking to grown adults with 2 eyes and 2 ears that watch the news. All you got to do is watch the news. You can see that, everybody don't have your best interests at heart. There's all kind of people in the world. There's people that love people, people that respect people. There's people that are crooks. There's people that are thieves. There are people that are evil. I hope that was for me. But I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. And I'm just so happy to be alive. I'm so happy to have health and strength. And I'm so happy to see life around me. I'm so blessed to be able to have a space where I can walk and breathe fresh air. And I'm so thankful for y'all that are watching the videos. And it would be a blessing. It's going to be a blessing to see emergency shelter investments rise to the top of the food chain, to be celebrated, and for people to go back and watch the videos on how we first got started and watching old 10 times a day walking around in the park sharing the information. We should have way more people walking with me showing the movement, proving that that it is possible, motivating people. That's the good thing about starting off small and making your journey transparent. This is a part of your story. Your struggle is a part of your story. So let me just say thank y'all again. And let me remind y'all, hit the subscribe button. It's free. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Share the videos with people that you feel can relate to what we're talking about. And also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so y'all will know when we have events. We keep our events free for the working class people. And it looked like one of my fellow pioneers just showed up. Oh my God. Okay, get ready. We finna do another video, y'all.